So, Kevin, when the fuck did you start calling me Biz?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I still, to this day, realize like I was dead wrong in my humble opinion. But there was this one time. I think it was for yearbook pictures. Um, you kind of had some Ray-Bans on, and your hair was all gelled back,
Oh God,
and
was it
you
middle
looked
school or
like
high school?
yeah. That was high school. Don't worry,
Oh,
don't
okay.
worry. It's fine. It's
Don't
good.
talk about middle
Oh
school.
wait, no, no,
That
that
was a
actually lies,
rough
lies,
time.
total lies. That was middle school because remember, it was with
Ah,
Andy.
shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was with Andy.
So you're familiar with the movie The Wolf of Wall Street. We
Yes.
thought you looked like Leonardo DiCaprio with the Ray-Bans on for like
No,
2 days,
that
and then we were like, man, this guy's making the millions. He's Biz Demillier.
I
But
like
no,
that
this
because
is
I kind of look
your.
more like Jonah Hill, but
Oh, oh,
I'll,
you're
I'll
hilarious.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
There we go, buddy. All right, why don't you introduce yourself?
All right, guys. My name is George. I've known the whole crew here since I've known Kevin since middle school, but everyone else
Gang,
since high school.
gang.
Yep.
Yeah,
Biz,
Oh,
you are our
yeah.
second guest on the show. Third if you
I'm
count
very,
my dog
very
that barked
honored.
in one episode, but you were
Okay,
the
I'll
second
take
guest.
third place.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Little funny story about Biz. First time I met him, we were lifting partners for football.
Oh,
And I
God.
remember standing there and we were doing I think squats or something. And I was like doing like pretty lightweight. I had like a 45 on each side. Did my reps, and then Biz comes up and takes the 45s off and puts on like 20s, and he's like struggling. I'm like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? Like in my head at the time, I was like, God, there's no way I'm gonna be friends with this kid. And here we
Here
are.
we are.
Here we are.
5 years later, 6 years later, actually.
Yeah.
Hey yo,
Oh my God.
Biz. I just it's great that you're on here and all, but I just want to remind you that this is a family podcast. So if you're gonna say fuck, it needs to be followed by that bitch. Just a heads up.
How does that make it
Okay,
more family
I'll keep that in
friendly?
mind.
I know.
doesn't
I'm not
help.
drawing the correlation here.
I think that does quite like the inverse. It makes it worse.
Yeah, you just went from like PG-13 to R in a sentence.
Just trying to make sure we're clear though.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear you very clearly, and I will always follow fuck with that bitch.
Yeah.
Perfect. Glad we're on the same page.
Yeah,
George-
Gabe, you should add some like sensors after that bitch so they can just,
Oh, so no one knows.
call out. Yeah, no one knows. No one knows who that bitch is. It's someone.
Hey, George. On the topic of football, would you
Also, I'm
mind telling?
glad that Biz just went right out the window. So much
Oh yeah,
anonymity,
true.
But we made it
Biz.
4 minutes in.
Well, I
I
mean,
thought I was gonna be
you
the one to fuck it up, to be
introduced
honest with you.
yourself.
That bitch.
That's
Oh,
true.
that's true. Yeah, you introduced yourself as George.
God, I fucked it from the beginning. You see,
Yeah.
I'm the kind of guy who puts 25-pound weights on. It's from the beginning. It's already.
Don't
a
worry,
trainer.
buddy. We start somewhere.
Just
Mhm.
first
I
first
know you
impression.
could right now.
First impressions aren't Biz's thing, man.
Yeah, I remember my first impression of Biz was in freshman football, and it was mostly around like what his grandpa had said during a game. Can you like give like a refresher
Fuck.
story on like your grandpa
What did
at
he
that football
say?
game, talking to me and Chris?
I remember that conversation.
I don't remember what he said. It's been so long.
Okay, George, it was
I
it was
should
one
know
of
that
our
was my
first
story.
one
No,
of
that
our
was my
first.
story.
It was one of our first football games ever. George is out on the field, and I'm standing with Chris, and George's grandpa comes over, and we have no idea who this guy is at this point. We're like, hey,
Keep in
you-
mind, this guy is like from like the hood Pittsburgh in the 40s. Like
Yeah.
he's got a real like tough East Coast accent,
yeah.
and he's just this old scruffy
Hold on.
dude just coming up to these children.
Biz, is this the same grandpa that gave you a bull scrotum?
Yes, this is. He's a doctor of the penis, one might say. That's his
Nice.
specialty.
What's the official name for that again?
A pianist.
Urologist.
An
A pianist?
erectologist?
It could be a pianist.
Yeah. But no, he comes over to us and he like points. He's like, "Do you guys know my grandson?" And we're
Oh
like,
shit!
and we're like, I don't know, maybe. Who's your grandson? You see that fat fuck over on the field right there?
Oh,
That's
that
my
sorry sack of
grandson.
shit over
Oh,
there.
yeah.
That's my
You see
grandson.
that? You see that sorry sack of shit over there? That's my grandson George. And we're like, oh, we know George. And he's like, yeah. And he just like walked away. And that was
Dude,
Hey,
it.
you
you know
know,
my first.
he did show up to the game though, which he knew.
Fair.
He already knew that
You know that
football was
reminds
not
me of
my
what
forte.
my first George story is.
What?
With that.
We're at like the Helix game or something, and this little girl
Why is
goes
it
up
all
to-
freshman football? Jesus
Well, that's when we
Christ.
all
Because
met.
that's when we all met you.
To all of my listeners, I promise that freshman football, is not who I am.
No, we were
Hey,
at freshman
You know?
football. We were at a varsity football game at Helix, and like this.
Oh, we were. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
when the little girl goes up to George and she's like, "You're so fat. You're like the fattest man in the world. You eat all the food in the world."
Oh my god.
What?
That
Whoa.
happened?
That happened?
Yeah, it was with me, you, and Toby.
Oh, what did I say to her? Did
At-
I tell her to go fuck herself or something?
Something like that, and I was like,
Yeah.
He's like, I was like,
What in the...
you're like,
Yeah.
who is this girl?
I
Yeah.
remember one of the varsity football games our freshman year. Me and George were sitting in the student section. I was right behind him, and seniors turn around, point at him,
Oh,
and they
Oh,
go,
no.
"Take your shirt off!" Start yelling at him to take his shirt off, and George is just sitting there. And
Yo, I got fucking pissed. I got so pissed. I was like,
he was so
fuck
mad.
this shit.
He was like, "Fuck it,"
I
takes
was like,
his shirt
fine,
off.
fine. I will take my shirt off. And
Yeah.
I paraded around, and I throw it in their face, got my man titties all over all over the place, and I was like, is this what you want? Is this what all of you want? And they all were like, oh, put your shirt on, you fucking homo. And I was like, ah, damn it. That's what they wanted this whole time, was to call me a homo. And I gave it to them on a silver platter.
Or
Yep.
dude, another great story was J football when Stearns sent you to the locker room and he goes to talk. He's like, "Why don't you come back out and we'll try again?" You're like, "Nah, I'm good."
Nah, I'm good. But I hated my ass too. Remember when he broke a fucking clipboard on his forehead
Was this Stearns?
right in front of me? No. Stearns was all right. I like Stearns. Coach Laporta was just a straight up psycho to me.
Dude,
He was
made
the
me
lifting
run.
coach.
Yeah.
I don't think he liked anyone. Maybe just kids weren't his thing,
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say this now. A lot of doxing.
No one knows who
Okay.
those people are.
Bro, they're not. They're like pretty common names. I've met a fair amount of Laportas in my lifetime.
It's a very Italian name.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll bleep out the middle part of his name. I don't know.
Wasn't
yeah. He'll just be Coach Porta.
Porter.
Or Coach
Yeah.
That'll
Law.
throw him off. That'll
Wasn't-
throw him
wasn't
way
He
off.
could be De Porta, or
wasn't he Portuguese?
I don't know what he was. Well, he was a psycho. That's what it was. I remember I was spotting some other guy, and he was about to crush his trachea, so I pulled up on it, and this coach comes running up to me. He's like, "Why didn't you pull up his bar? He was in the middle of his rep." I'm like, "No, he was gonna crush his neck." It's like, "DeBurley, God damn it!" Oh, we'll have to mute that.
Go run
Yeah,
to
we
Biz.
definitely have to mute that.
Biz.
God damn it! And he just like goes, and he just like breaks it in front of me and throws it at some other poor kid.
Forehead? Like
Yeah,
isn't
he
that how
did. He
broke-
smashed his forehead, and then the two pieces he just chucked at someone else. He's like, "Get out of my gym!" And I'm like, "Okay, well that means I get to go home early today. Fuck all of you, boy. I'll be back
Dude,
tomorrow." Motherfuckers."
I remember Laporta had a different football coach come and like do the workout because he couldn't show up, and all this. I think George, you were there that day. All this coach would do was bang a wooden stick against a metal wall and yell. He actually pulled kids out of the workout so they could hit the stick and yell.
Oh, I
Wow.
love that because I hit the stick
You remember
and
the day
I
I'm
didn't
talking
have to
about,
work
right?
out.
We got nothing done.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Wait,
I
what
was
kind
like,
of
why
stick
can't we have
was
this guy?
What, ki-
I
what kind
believe
of
it
Just like a
was-
wood,
Stick.
just like a wood stick, dude.
like some shit you'd find on the side of like a trail.
And you just
You know?
smack it on metal.
I don't know
whole-
what
and just
he was
yell.
trying to
It was
condition us
so
to
great.
do.
It was an interesting football workout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I know that smashing sticks on metal is very important to the game of American football.
Okay, that same coach that was like crazy and broke a clipboard over his head didn't give a shit about any other sports except football.
Yeah.
Because I
know
played
that.
other sports and had to lift, and he was like into the lifts, and he'd like leave 5 minutes, and I'm like, all right, I'm leaving. I'm like, there's no coach here, I'm leaving.
Dude,
Yeah.
you would go to the lifts for track. I wouldn't even go to practice.
Well,
Yeah,
I
our
was.
best
I did.
runner wouldn't even show up to practice.
I'm gonna be honest. I was in an event that required a fair amount of upper body strength that I don't have, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna take this time to like get better, and then I didn't.
Yeah. Your practices were those. You needed
Dude,
those.
my practices were playing pickup basketball on the roof.
I will say I was able to work a lot on just everything that I needed to do during practice. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I felt like lifts would have helped, but oh well.
Yeah, junior year,
Well, I'm
my
not sure
workouts were dancing in the musical for track.
I'm not sure if the listeners get the gist yet, but I was not the athletic type, nor am I now. That being said, my true passion in high school was just hanging out with the fucking weird
The
ass
boys.
kids. And the boys.
Yeah.
Especially the boys. But yeah,
Bro,
I
what's
did, I did,
funny?
Also,
I didn't
George,
feel okay, yeah.
George will know exactly what I'm saying. George has a -2 record.
Oh, yeah, with my ratio of turning girls lesbian.
See, I'm
I don't
gonna
know
be honest.
how.
I didn't want that information to be leaked. I just kind of wanted to say that. But thank you,
No,
thank
it's
you
true.
for outing yourself.
if you're cool
No.
with talking about that, I guess we can.
I don't
Hey,
care.
I'm at was 0.5. I turned the girl bi.
Ah.
Yeah,
Isn't
so
she a
you're
dude now?
see, but Matt, you're not at
Wait,
like
wait
a
a minute,
net
wait a minute.
total.
There's-
Matt,
You
isn't
gotta-
she a dude?
No, you need to unpack
No,
something
you're
real
thinking
quick.
of you're thinking of Vic. I'm not counting, bro. That was
Oh,
that doesn't even
Vic.
count,
Wait,
bro.
yeah.
That was like
Oh,
freshman year. I was
what?
talking about Morgan. I was talking about Morgan.
Wait, so
Hmm.
okay, you need to explain something though. Was Morgan a lesbian until she met you?
No, the
see, this
opposite.
one's
So
No, the
then you're
opposite.
telling me that she was straight, and then when you were with her, you made her like girls.
Yes.
no,
Matt ruined her
Kind of.
perception of the male person. Like,
bro. I fucked that girl up. Like, I'm gonna be honest. We broke up. She cut all her hair off. Started making TikToks. Decided she was bi. Like, bro, that girl's been
Yeah, that sounds like
spiraling.
my
since we
ex.
broke up.
Okay,
Yeah.
she was also like oddly jealous of me. Like Matt would just be like chilling with me, and then his girlfriend would text him, or his ex-girlfriend would text him and be like, "Yo, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm chilling with Randall," and she'd get all pissed, like she just didn't like me. And I'm like, I didn't
thought
even.
you were fucking.
Dude,
No.
she'd do that with all my friends. It was so annoying. It was like
Maybe
I'd be like,
she's projected her bisexuality onto.
But
onto you.
Oh, true.
that summer,
Whoa.
but Matt, that summer that
Psychology
you were
major. Ooh.
that summer that you were dating her, you and me were hanging out almost like every day.
yeah, she didn't like you. She hated the twins though.
Okay, that makes sense to me. I understand why.
Here, wait. I want to go
She-
back to George's experience
Ah.
because we were saying Matt said he's -0.5, but we're talking net gain, like what
Net
the
gain.
net total is.
I don't
Net
know where I'm
total.
at. Let's do a quick calculation here.
-2.
Because the first one. Okay, well, okay, two of them were just like one date,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
So I feel like that makes my odds a little bit. Don't get me wrong, it's not a record to be proud of, regardless.
Yeah.
The
The first one, the
George.
one from 8th grade, she went crazy. So that's
she was
not
crazy,
part of
but she
it.
was straight.
Yeah.
That's not part of
George,
it.
The second
your
one.
titties were so nice. They wanted more of that action.
I don't know, bud.
They wanted
Action's been something hard to come by recently.
they wanted more business.
They wanted more of the biz, you know.
Yeah.
Like, damn, why can't he have that slick back hair like he did in seventh grade? You know,
Dude, just
making
slick
all
your
the
hair
homies
back
think
with
he's
some
Leonardo
Ray-Bans.
DiCaprio.
That's actually how George would pick up girls. He would go to the all-girls school and he would wear a fedora and then he'd take it off, revealing his slick back hair, and he'd put
This
on
is
his
false.
Ray-Bans.
This is false information.
All of the schoolgirl
Gabe,
skirts
Gabe.
would drop instantly.
Gabe.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Matt. What's up?
No, that's not how it goes. We've talked about this on the show. This is probably the third time.
Wait, no. What is this? What's going on?
Matt's advice to talking to a girl is
Oh God.
is to walk. So we were on FaceTime when he was explaining this to me, and he's like, "Gabe, this is what you got to do if you want to pick someone up." He leaves the room. He walks into the room, and he's like, "Hey, yo," and he does like the fuckboy like point thing, and he fixes his hair, and he's like, "What's up? I'm Matt."
I did not do it that extreme.
Okay, wait. I just gotta. Sarah, did he do this to you?
Ooh.
It's concerning.
So that's.
I feel like
So that's a yes.
No, the
It's a
first
yes.
time I met Sarah, I passed out on her bed.
Yeah, he just invited himself in and stayed. So
Oh, real
Yeah, he knocks on
classy.
the door and was like, "Hey, haha, what's up?" And then just passed the fuck out right on the doorstep.
no for the hey, what's up?
Oh, he did the drunk Matt. The hey.
Bro, I must be ugly or something. No, I just what the fuck?
Well, I'm just not 6'4". I just can't pull that off.
Bro, I'm
See,
6'2".
that is
They want from me.
Kevin, you're 6'2", all right?
Exactly.
See, I have positives and negatives. I'm 6 even. You know, I made it. I'm 6 feet tall. I
Oh,
made
yeah.
the cut. But I'm also hella obese.
You're not obese.
Not terribly. I mean, I've lost like 20 pounds the past.
Yeah,
Let's just
bro,
put it this way. I
you're
used to
looking
refer
good.
to Biz as dad bod in high school.
Yes. I still have it. It's just not as bad.
Yeah.
There's
I
nothing.
grew into the dad bod, you know?
Yeah. George grew.
And now
That's
he wears
basically
the Levi jeans and the flannels and occasionally the
George
cowboy
Burns.
hat.
Because I go to school in like Washington.
George, when I saw you
He
for the
also
first
wears
time,
a shitload of like his college gear. Every time I see him, he's wearing something from his college, like college
Bro, I
branded.
love my college. It's
George, when I saw you for the first time since we graduated high school, I was like, "Holy shit, this man's a walking, talking stereotype."
I know.
You look
I'm a
so
white dude.
Washingtonian.
Yeah. It's and you know what the crazy thing is that, you know, don't get me wrong, I like living, you know, here back home more. Have we told them where home is? Do people know that?
Yeah, we're in
Yeah.
San Diego.
I live in the
California.
I grew up in the sun. I grew up around, you know, like average
The beach.
average women in San Diego are just like incredible, you know?
The woman.
And then I went yeah, just in California in general, you know? It gets better as you go south. As a rule, California women you just can't beat them.
Yeah, Los Angeles and below. That's
Yeah. But now
Okay,
Wow.
I'm
When I'm at
gonna
college-
I'm gonna argue that point. The Bay Area, Loki kind of wins.
No, the Bay Area
I don't
girls
know.
are
Not
fucking
No.
gross, dude.
okay.
Bay Area girls are just like Oregon and Nevada had a love child that they should have but they never did. You
Okay,
know?
Yeah.
I definitely think
It's just
I
a
can-
mix of both of the bad shit.
It's the kid that ran away from
Santa
home.
Maria girls are baddies, though.
Matt, I can agree. Let's agree on one thing, that you definitely have a lot more experience than the rest of us, probably combined. You know?
I will say. I think
I'm not a whore.
yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Well, maybe you are, but
You're
No,
a man
you're not a
whore.
whore. You're
I
a man
respect
whore.
you, Matt.
I appreciate that, George.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. You know, I get body shamed and sexually bullied by everyone in this chat, so I appreciate you being supportive. It means a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, I support
That's
it.
why
I'm like,
that's
go
why they
you.
had me on the show.
Hey, do
Oh, yeah, Matt
you?
needs to see some love at some point. George is his like annual
That's why
dose
I'm here.
of love. And then he returns back to just constant like comments of hate. It's yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you'll
Like
have
I'm
me
so
on once
happy
a year.
George is on the show. That's why I came back.
Oh, thank you, Matt.
Matt wasn't
Sure,
gonna come, and then I'm
sure.
like, all right, George is coming. He's like, I'm dropping everything. I'm here.
Does that include his pants?
Yes,
Oh, that
most
was the
definitely
first
his
thing I
pants.
Absolutely
That was the first thing I dropped.
I mean, I don't know. The first thing I dropped was my balls when I was hitting puberty, and then here I am.
Oh, that still hasn't happened yet.
The
dude.
the
Don't-
first the
Oh,
first
yeah.
thing the first thing I dropped was my entire body when I was a baby. I'm just
Speaking of testicles, I have just something I've been thinking about.
Okay,
This is
wait.
an excellent
What
opportunity.
is this
hold on,
transition?
hold on.
No, let me
Time out,
speak.
time out.
Let the man speak.
Hold on.
All right.
Before you speak, I think we all have a lot of questions. I think you should field one question from each person.
No. Let me explain myself first.
Let's
'cause I
let him
think it's
explain
something that-
himself, and then we'll do
Yeah.
the press conference.
Okay.
I would say since high school, my balls have like dropped even more so. And at this rate, I'm concerned that my balls have dropped to the point where like it will become more of an issue in life. You know, like when you get older, we're talking like 50s, 60s, that shit just like drops exponentially
Yeah.
as the years go on.
Isn't
You
it
know, at
Daniel
one point-
Tosh who has like?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, like what happens when I go to take a shit and my balls hit the toilet water and then I'm like, shit, it's over, you know?
Time out.
Shit, it's over, you know?
Time out.
That'll be a day one day.
Hell.
I'm gonna be honest. I went from like one question to like 5.
Go for it. That's what I'm here to answer.
Wait,
All
isn't
right,
it?
my first question is:
So
can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you swing
Oh,
them back
well,
and forth?
I'm there. My balls are still young and supple.
Do they
for the most
shine
part,
in the light?
You know,
Are they platinum or gold?
Can
I
you
wish
do the
to.
magnetic ball thing where like it's like a pendulum and you swing and it hits them and they just keep like rocking back and forth between your legs?
You know those like magnet
Can you
toys
Tony
where you
and
throw two
Curtis?
up at once and they like make a buzzing sound because they clap together cyclically.
Oh, your
Yeah,
balls do that.
That's what I'm trying to get at. You know.
That's why
Yes,
so
sir.
many girls want to hook up with George because they know he has like the vibrator balls because he just like clangs them together and they start going.
Oh my
Wow, wow, wow,
God.
wow, wow, wow.
Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, something like that.
They make that sound
Also,
too.
yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I said also. I had something to say and completely blanked.
Yeah.
He probably forgot about Dre.
Speaking of testicles,
Oh no way! There's another transition that you can use. Speaking of testicles, with.
Go for it. Try it.
all right. Speaking of testicles, my balls itch.
Okay.
Damn, bro. My
Okay,
balls are-
so-
there we go.
so back to the questions that I had. First of all, when you heard pants drop, why did your brain immediately connect to balls?
Pants. My balls are under my pants, so
Okay.
I
Sec-
connected
second-
that. Yes.
Second question. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Well, the fuck is, you know, we're in the topic of pants.
Yep.
And,
Guys, how many
you know,
times do I have to gently remind you? Say
Okay,
fuck.
no. The what the fuck is to when I graduated high school, my balls dropped even more. That's what the what the
Yeah.
fuck is pointed towards.
Yeah.
So
Do you
I don't know,
remember
man.
George had a very high pitched voice at the end of high school, and now he's
And it's a little deeper, you know?
okay, third question. Did you
Thank
hit
you,
puberty? Third question. Did you hit puberty twice? I think that was already kind of sort of answered, I guess.
I think I did. You know, it's weird because my dad was 6'3", and I had always the expectation that I'd get up to 6'3". Except he grew 4 inches his freshman year of college. Like, it was nuts. You know, in 1 year, like he had to buy like new clothes every 2 months because he was just outgrowing it that quickly. And
So he just had a massive growth spurt.
yeah, well, when I graduated high school, my balls dropped, my voice got a little bit deeper. I was like, shit, man, maybe this is it.
I think we're
Yeah, maybe I'll
expected
get
to see a
this
third ball drop in the bench. Not a third ball drop, but a third
Maybe my balls
sequence
grew
of the
instead
balls
of my
drop.
height. You know?
Oh, true.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yo, George, you know how
maybe
they
it
have
skips a
like
generation.
you know how they have like the height charts like when you're a kid growing up? You should make one for like
Yeah.
your ball.
Yeah.
Oh, I have. Okay, I have a
Oh,
height
God.
chart in my room.
I thought
But-
you were gonna say you have one for your balls.
That would be a pretty interesting thing, you know. It's like, all right, this is the height chart with all of my children's, heights, and then next to it we have the ball chart. As you can see, 2020 was a rough year in many ways.
You're gonna have to
But,
specify that you don't measure them at the same time, though, because I think you'd
Oh,
lose
yeah, you'd
access
have to.
your kids.
We'll
and
use
then-
different. We'll use different colored markers.
No. So what you have to do is you have to mark the waistline, and then mark the distance from the waist to the bottom of the balls. And then for the other one, you have to mark.
Where's the starting point? Because there's really you draw the beginning and the end of the ball sack very arbitrarily.
Well, if you're gonna measure the growth, wouldn't you do that from the waist down?
No, you
Yeah,
do
that's
it.
like-
This is how you measure your ball growth. Daniel Tosh has a whole bit about this. Basically, you get a tattoo on your inner thigh every single year where your balls
shit.
rest. So by the time you're 80, you've got a whole stack of lines going down your thigh.
You got a leg sleeve at that
Exactly.
point,
I think I'm gonna pass on that because that sounds incredibly painful to get tattoos on your inner thigh every single
I
year.
don't know, George. You want to go get some ball drop tattoos this week?
Yo, did I tell you guys about the tattoo I'm getting?
No,
A ball
I haven't
drop
heard.
tattoo?
Well, that too now, but it was gonna be the Surf's Up pirate. The cave painting with the penguin.
Oh yeah, you showed us that.
Yeah. I don't know. I was I could get a tattoo that means something, or I can get a tattoo of Surf's Up, and I think I made the right choice.
I honestly feel like a meaningless Surf's Up tattoo has more meaning to you than whatever thing you would try to put that has meaning, if that makes sense.
No, I agree with you. That's why I'm getting the Surf's Up tattoo. I was like, this will just I'd appreciate this more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it's all about you, fuck whatever anyone else says about your tattoo. It's all about what you feel is best for your self-expression.
Yeah. I don't think I
And
would
you know
ever get
what?
a tattoo unless I got struck with some sort of inspiration, and then I'll
Yeah,
just
I
do
honestly don't think I give a fuck about anything in my life enough to get a tattoo of it yet.
Well,
George,
Well, I
you've
have-
also
I have
inspired me to
two.
put a pair of balls on the penguin now.
it.
Yeah, there we go. I'm inspiring your tattoo. That's good enough for me,
I mean, I've been tatted twice, and both of them are very meaningful. But my next tattoo that I want to get hopefully isn't meaningful, and it's just an art piece. But we'll see what
Well,
happens.
if that art is meaningful to you, then if you want it on
Oh
your
no,
body, you must...
the art piece will literally just be an art piece. It wouldn't be there would be no meaning behind it. It would just be this looks cool. I like it on my body.
Yeah. I'm gonna get one of those trucker tattoos on my bicep of a big titty blonde girl riding a motorcycle with her hair flowing, and then every time I flex it, the titties bounce on my arm, and I just be yeah, check this bitch out, and I
Gabe.
flex it all the time.
I think
there's
a
just
better idea would be to get a tattoo of me, but with big titties
Oh,
on my
yes.
motorcycle. And whenever
Okay.
you flex
No,
it,
okay, I like where we're
Yeah.
going, but I feel like we should do it with the prison strap where you take a regular Bic pen and then just stab that into them with a needle with that ink, so it looks super shitty. But you
So
can
you
still
want-
make out the outline of Kevin with big titties on a bike.
And then I
So-
can
so
tell
hold
people
on.
I got it in prison.
Yeah, they'll think you're tough.
So
Yes.
the idea is to get a tattoo in the most unsanitary way possible.
Yeah, it proves
Hey,
you're
that's
a
what
real
real
man.
men do.
Yeah,
That's what truckers do. Do you think truckers are sanitary? I
yeah.
mean, probably.
What?
Truckers
I don't know,
get
though.
Bic
I've never met one.
ballpoint pen tattoos of titties on their arms, and that's what a real man truly is. Okay, I wanted to ask you guys something. I wanted to talk about this
yeah.
last episode, but here we are. I wanted to ask you guys what your biggest turnoffs in someone is. Because I feel like everyone has very specific ones that you might not think about, but it's oh yeah, that makes sense. That's a no-go.
For obvious reasons, I'll probably be lying, but I'll say it anyways.
Okay, I can leave the room.
Well, I mean, clearly you don't really have them if he chose you.
Yeah, I think
Fair.
I think you're good.
Unless.
I think Matt just really hates it when I use the strap on, and like I
Yeah.
don't know. It's
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Dude, no, the problem is it's too small. Like I keep telling her to get a bigger one.
I feel like she also tells you that too, that you need to get a bigger one as well, right?
Oh, dude, all the
yes,
time.
I do.
Bro, we actually my boy Tyrone actually like hooks up with her now just because like, you know, I'm not
Dude.
doing the job.
Tyrone's a real homie.
Dude, Tyrone's bed all the time now, and
Dude,
it's like
I've known Tyrone since like what, sophomore year, junior year?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
bro,
Tyrone from high
Tyrone's been a
school,
homie.
right?
Tyrone's
No, I
come over
never-
to my place a few times to practice, if you get what I'm saying.
For those of you guys who don't know, Tyrone's actually a teddy bear.
I like him. I renamed him. His middle name is Henry because I think Tyrone's dumb.
No.
Okay, see, my
'Cause-
biggest
'cause when-
turnoff is girls that hate on the name Tyrone. There, you got it right there.
My dad wanted to name me Tyrone. For context, George, I don't think I met you. I'm a white girl.
Are you saying that Tyrone is specifically a black name?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Well,
I don't
for
think I
one,
know
I'm
one
offended.
white Tyrone.
I haven't met you
do.
either, but it's
Okay,
it's-
time out.
You're
Time
Matt's
out.
girlfriend,
Let
right?
me counter
Okay.
with this. In the Backyardigans, the moose's name is Tyrone. Is he black?
He's orange.
Actually,
no,
the
he's a
creator,
He's orange.
the
Hey,
creator
we don't see
confirmed
color
he
on
was
the
black.
podcast.
Bro, the
Thank
other
you.
fucking
Right.
character
Thank
was
you.
named
He is not-
Uniqua. You tell me if they
he
were
is-
black.
Tyrone in the Backyardigans was not black. He was a fucking moose.
Okay, so
Therefore,
what's
it is
Uniqua?
not an inherently black name.
Okay, and unique was what? Racially ambiguous? bro? Fucking-
Yes. Basically, they were just trying to say the character was unique. Come on, get with the times, Matt.
Unique was precious purple.
Bro.
You know what? You guys are right. You guys are right. It's probably not like a specifically black name. I just think it's funny because my siblings are named Michael and Jenny. And it was just such an out of left field. Like, they were like, well, okay.
Michael,
I think,
Jenny,
like,
and Tyrone. It's perfect.
yeah, we were like, oh, like, we like Sarah or like Vanessa or Victoria
It
Um,
matches really, really well.
or Tyrone. Like, it was just so
It really
out
rolls
of
off the
left
tongue.
field.
So,
I'd name my son Tyrone. I mean,
Yeah. Your dad was just
Bro.
sitting in the hospital the entire time, like, come on, make it a boy, make it a boy.
come on.
And then,
yeah, if I forget
Sarah
to pull
came
up
out
the name
and
I
was-
could Tyrone.
If you forget. See?
Okay, so back to turnoffs then.
yes. I feel like George should answer this question first as
Yeah.
a guest. He should answer.
Probably just,
Take it,
you know,
Biz.
being lesbian when they aren't attracted to me. It seems to be a routine.
I feel like that's a pretty fair turnoff. Like, oh, you're not attracted
If you're not
to
attracted
them?
to me,
Okay.
then it might not be very nice for me. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't think it's
well,
gonna work
besides
out.
that, you know, I've recently had some interesting relationship stuff going on, and I guess like communication. If it's not good, then
Hmm.
that's something I don't like. I could give a shit like about body type or you know like anything like that or even like habits. It's really just like personality and character. That,
Bro, facts.
and if that
Honestly.
shit ain't on top, then it ain't happening.
George
Yo.
with the
And it
wholesome
took me
answer.
it took me too long to figure that out for the last girl I tried to get with. So, you know, we live and we learn. So we
Bro.
For real.
yeah.
Man, this is why George is a fucking great guest. Listen to this wisdom.
Yo, Kevin's actually gonna be with me on mine.
What is it?
Alright.
Ratchet ass girl bosses.
What the why would you
Okay,
just say only I
super,
would-
super
180.
specific. That
Yeah,
was
wait.
super
yeah, I'm gonna
specific.
need you to like explain that one.
Yeah,
Bro,
we're gonna need
you
some
know-
clarification.
Bro, it's I'm trying to think of someone who fits the description, but it's like those like
Matt.
Are we
Matt
censoring their
means-
name?
Matt means the girls in his engineering classes that wouldn't get with him.
yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
So pretty
Are
much-
engineers like are engineer girls really that bad?
Bro, engineer girls fucking suck, but that's actually
Because
not
all
what I'm talking
engineer
Because,
girls
about.
in my school
because
have no
they
life.
have to be taken seriously as they can't fuck around with you.
Bro, they're strong, independent women who don't need men. I respect that. That's not who I'm talking about, though.
Matt, is
I'm
any
telling
girl
you,
that
they're-
doesn't want to hook up with you automatically a ratchet ass girl boss?
Yep, exactly. You guys cracked the code.
Yeah.
No, but like for real, the girl I'm talking about is the one that's like, you know, the girl on TikTok that's always like, period, fucking like, you gotta buy me dinner on the first date.
I
Like,
understand that. That's like a character thing. To
yeah,
me.
all men
Like
are
like the
trash, kill
super
all men.
like with the super long acrylics and
Yeah,
like
you know that,
5 pounds of makeup.
yeah, that's exact. The hot Cheeto girls too. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think they have bad posture just because the makeup on the face is too heavy, so their face is just like tilted downward. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
Bro, they have bad posture because they're too heavy. What are you talking
Oh
about?
my god, that was foul for no reason.
Foul.
Yeah,
Out.
when you're heavy and
out
have
of
bad posture,
pocket.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up and drink my Truly.
My girlfriend's hitting me right now.
Okay,
That
I
was-
was talking about with
Calling
this.
the police.
I was talking about this with Randall. This is my number one. As soon as I see it, like instantly, like no more. Someone who has like horribly like messed up teeth, like where two are like crossing each other, or like
Fucking like Alabama inbred here, right?
Just don't study abroad in England, Gabe. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
like something that like, oh, if you wear braces for a year, that could take care of that easily. Like if someone's got that going on, it's like, I'll see you in a year after the braces come off. That's my instant like no. I don't know.
I
Okay.
respect it. I respect it.
I'm not trying to
I
get
have-
I'm not trying to get my foreskin stuck in your tooth gap, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, it's
I have-
we're better that than like braces, you know.
Hey, yo,
God.
Gabe, that's a free circumcision. What are you talking about?
You know what? You are correct, brother. You are correct.
Wait, quick poll of the boys. Who here is circumcised?
At birth.
At birth, me too. Shit, are we the only two?
Yeah, I'm uncircumcised.
What?
No, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. What
He's
the
fucking
fuck?
with you.
I thought most people were circumcised.
I'm not. The only reason I'm not is because I couldn't be because I was premature and like I
He's
was
got a
too...
big ass dick. That's why it was so big. They couldn't do it. They have to pull out the fucking tin snips.
Yeah.
All
No,
jokes
they would have had to
aside,
take out. They would have had to take out the shears, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, they actually the opposite for me. They had to use toenail clippers because my dick was that small.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sarah, can you corroborate here?
What are you saying?
Oh, I said
If you were to circumcise your boyfriend, would you use like toenail clippers or like we're
Shears.
talking
Garden shears?
shears?
I'd have to, like those Snapchat stories where they make tiny cakes and like cookies and stuff, and they have to like
tiny
use specialized
kisses.
little tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd do one of those.
You know what? That's a
Yeah.
good example. Good thing I'm already circumcised because I don't know where you'd get those.
You'd have to use
Yes,
a mini
the
steak
majority
knife
is
and a fork on
circumcised.
Matt.
Yes.
Ugh. God,
Oh
there's
my
just
God.
the thought of someone like just even like getting remotely close to my dick with something sharp, just like
You just feel
Ugh.
the pain, right? Like
Yeah.
just at thinking about it. Oh my god.
Okay. So as far as turnoffs, I have like 2 physical and 2 what do you call it? Personality, so to speak.
Damn.
Well,
Man,
it's
got a whole ass
Came
like,
at us with
itinerary.
4.
no,
Randall's
Yes,
thought a lot
techni-
about this.
technically 4. Number 1, do not look like fucking Jabba the Hutt. I do not like.
Man, I look like Jabba the Hutt. Fuck you.
No,
I
but
guess,
I'm not
I guess
trying
we're
to
not
fuck
fucking
you.
anytime soon.
I'm not. No,
Yeah.
no, we're not. I'm not trying to fuck.
Well,
you.
if you ever were, it's off the table now.
Thank you for letting me know that I'm not able to do something I don't want to do.
I just want to know, Randall, you're really bumming out Lydia right now.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to bleep that out again.
Bleep that out. Okay. Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god.
2.
So Randall, you just not like girls who are green with orange eyes, basically.
No,
Is that what you were
fucking
trying to say?
no.
You don't
no.
like girls with legs and instead have tails. Anyone
Yes.
who speaks Huttese off the table.
You
I
know,
guess
yes,
Ariel
yeah.
is like off the table, basically.
Yeah. Yep, basically.
Did Jabba the Hutt have areolas?
I didn't say areola, I said Ariel.
Oh, I
She
heard
doesn't
areolas.
like
I'm
she has
pulling.
tail.
I'm a
Bro,
little
this is
buzzed
wild.
now, to be
Jabba's a
honest.
The second one is when you have like invisible eyebrows. Like when you have them, but I can't see them. I don't. I want to be able to see your eyebrows.
So
I don't know
gingers
why.
are off the table for Randall. So total, we you can't be green, you can't have orange eyes, you can't have orange hair, and you can't have a tail.
I never said orange hair. I just want to be able to see your eyebrows when you don't have makeup
So
on.
in other words, Randall's never fucking Paramore.
Randall wants to date Chris or Chris.
No, I do not.
That's why I hear you will see Chris's eyebrows from a mile away.
Yes.
Man's got some fucking caterpillars on his face.
Yeah, but
That's
I also
a good
don't
thing.
want to.
I wish I had. Yeah, I wish I had his
Salute.
eyebrows. He's got some
Okay.
nice, his eyebrows. He's got some
Okay.
nice, well endowed eyebrows.
Then the other two, when you unironically use period with a T, like PERIODT.
Period,
that on a-
queen.
Yes, that.
Uh,
When you
that.
use that, when you use that shit unironically, I don't like that. That is immediate no.
Yeah.
And
I don't
and
know,
the second personality one is when you do not like. How do I explain this without sounding super salty? If I play a song by Kyle and you say it's trash, you are immediately unattractive to me.
Damn, someone's a diehard Kyle fan.
I respect that, honestly.
What if I don't know who Kyle is?
That's fine. I'm okay with that. But
I'm looking him up.
if I'm dating someone, I want to be able to play all of my music that I like to play. I don't want to have to cut out a good portion of my music, especially like
No.
the artists that like really got me into like the rap genre.
Bro, I actually totally relate to that. I tried playing Astronauts in the Ocean in front of Sarah, and she made me turn that off.
That's not fucking Kyle. I would tell you to turn that off too.
Dude, I met this
that is
girl
fair.
on Tinder
Like,
and we went on a date and I started playing Ram Ranch 1 through 400 in the car and she just was not having it.
Bro,
We all know Ram Ranch 7 is the best with the Marines.
Easily.
One day,
You support your
one day was
troops.
on a first date. Was going super well, right? And then I tried playing. I'm parked out by the lake, 80 miles from Santa Fe. They didn't like it, so I said, "You don't like my music? You can get out of my fucking car, and I'm gonna go park out by the lake."
80 miles away from Santa Fe.
You know it, baby.
More serious note, I think that's a good point that Randall brought up about music. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
No, it
you
is
know,
like
Like
it's a great point.
If I'm
wanna
gonna say
be
this is
able-
my favorite song, you're like, ew, this sucks. Okay.
Yeah,
fact, it's
That's
over.
just-
It tells a
No.
lot about like personality differences, and like I
Yeah.
know
No.
that you could say opposites attract, but I don't know. When it comes to music, it's pretty.
like I don't
yeah.
mind if it's not like I don't care if you're not independently listening
do
to
it.
Kyle, but like if I'm playing it like and I have aux, like say I'm like in my car playing my music and a female tells me to skip the song or like ew, this is gross, I'm telling her to get the fuck out of my car. I'm parking on the side of the road and telling her to get the fuck out.
I want
Absolutely.
someone who, when they get in the car and I'm playing music, they go, "Hey, can you send me this playlist?"
Yes,
That's how you know.
thank you.
Yes.
I'm
That is
getting down
real-
on one knee in that moment.
That is real love when they're like, "Send me your playlist. Send me this
my
playlist."
God.
I've never told you to turn off.
You've told me to turn off music a couple times.
Wait, Sarah, did you ask for one of his playlists though?
Matt, she's playing you.
I know.
Playing-
That's everyone does this
She's
thing.
playing you, and she should be playing your playlist instead.
Oh
The only time I've told Matt to turn off music is when he plays with that song called The Friday One.
Oh,
Demon time?
It's Friday.
Demon time?
then.
Oh.
It's Saturday, Sunday. What?
Oh, dear.
It's Friday,
When it's the 30th time he's played it.
bro.
There's one song I will always tell Matt to turn off. Fucking
that?
Demon Time.
No, Demon Time is a banger.
No,
Yo,
when
I
Matt
played
plays
Demon
it,
Time so much at college.
Bro,
That-
no. Okay,
that,
okay.
no, you
there are-
understand. Every time we get drunk, we call it Demon Time now.
Yes.
I'll go pop into someone's room and be like, yo, is it Demon Time? And like, yeah, it's Demon Time. Like, all right, bet.
That rocks.
Let
oh
me-
my
Bro,
God.
they've
Let me-
hold
hold on.
Offset parties. So like, I mean, what parties were in COVID? They've been letting me offset functions.
Okay, let me give some
Because that makes it
clarification.
Okay.
Let me give some clarification about Demon Time. There are some times where it's like, yes, I want to hear this. But when we are listening to normal music and Matt puts it on randomly
Yeah.
and I'm
It just makes me
vibing,
angry.
that is when I will tell him to turn it off.
You know,
And
not
he
every
does.
time is demon time.
But the thing is,
Most times are.
I will say, I think 90% of the time Matt plays that song is when I'm vibing to normal music, and he'll just Demon Time, like, turn this shit off. I don't want to
agree.
listen to this right now.
Demon Time has a time and place, hence the name Demon Time. If it is not Demon Time, if it is in fact Angel Time, when you play Demon Time, you know, you're kind of ruining the vibe. A perfect
Yeah.
example would be if you're hooking up with someone, you're like, let me put on my sex playlist, and the first song that comes on is Demon Time.
Demon Time. Expect your balls to turn a shade of blue.
Expect to have an arrest warrant.
Speaking of which, Sarah won't let me have sex to Born in the USA, and it kind of hurts my feelings.
Thank you, Sarah. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know if I blame her.
This country.
Like
I'm
Bruce
trying to be a
Springsteen would be okay
patriot.
with that.
Not saluting
really-
the entire time.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I agree with that, Matt. I think she is well within her rights to tell you not to play that during sex.
Give birth to
Yeah.
someone in international waters and play that song, are they technically born in the USA?
No,
Dave,
you are born in international.
I think there should be a
waters.
bylaw for that.
Oh
Dave,
my
you're gonna
God.
appreciate this.
Joe Biden himself will come down from a helicopter and give you a birth certificate.
I heard you
played
Born in the USA. Let me kiss your baby.
On
the cock.
Oh, Dave, you're gonna appreciate what it's been though lately. Lo-fi hip hop beats to study/relax to.
Do you mean 24/7 lo-fi hip hop beats to chill/study/relax to?
Yo, I have that shit saved on Apple Music. With the fruits and shit.
Speaking of
Lo-fi Fruits
playlists,
is a different playlist, Kevin, but Lo-fi Fruits is very good as well.
No, there's multiple.
Kevin, normally I would have been excited by that statement, but you did say on Apple Music, so I'm gonna have to resign myself.
but Gabe told me about this guy who he knows who has like a 92-hour playlist.
Oh, it's so good.
Dude, I've been listening to it, Gabe, and guess
It's
what?
good.
We have a lot in common. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, how did he find this?
No, my friend
that song
Ben
has like 30,000 listens,
Yeah.
and we both listened to it.
My friend Ben, shout out my boy Ben. He's a
Shout out
DJ.
Ben. Ben, I don't know you, but I fucking enjoy the fuck out of that playlist. And it's 92 hours. I'm never gonna run out of music.
Yeah, he's a DJ at my college.
We should put him on as a guest.
Or he's not a DJ. He's like a radio station DJ. So he like just plays music. He doesn't mix music. So he just listens to music all day, and he puts me on so many new artists and albums and stuff. But he has this playlist called the Big Un, like the big one, but it's UN, and it's 92 hours. It has 1,500 songs in it, and it's his favorite songs. Most people's favorite song playlist has like 100 songs max. This man has 1,500 songs in his favorite songs playlist, and they are all bangers. Like, no reason for it to be that good.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't have a favorite song playlist. Like, I make playlists off of like, what's the vibe? You know what I mean?
I feel like most people do, but like you don't. I have a playlist on my thing called Gabe's, and it's all just like a lot of my favorite songs that wouldn't normally fit in a playlist together. It's like I feel like everyone has one playlist like that.
Bro, that's
I'm a degenerate. I don't have any playlists. I just have my like songs. There's like
I've got
2,200 of them.
emoji, moon emoji, Saturn emoji, star emoji, workout, vibey shit, TikTok, straight chillin', rock kind of shit. LOL, my bad. I'm not simping. You're simping and redneck music.
What's in the Saturn playlist?
Basically, a lot of music I've listened to while I'm high. So like a lot of Kyle,
Oh.
a lot
Okay.
of yeah.
Nice.
The TikTok playlist, I actually don't know where that came from because I don't think I made that.
I just checked my playlist. I have 48 original playlists on my Spotify.
Can we talk about a sec where Gabe just only listens to albums? That fascinates me.
I don't
In, like, a
only
good
listen
way.
to albums. Okay,
You
this
have
is
300 albums downloaded on your phone.
yes.
That
This is
probably
my
takes up
this is my
40% of your
defense.
storage.
This is my defense for albums.
If you like an artist,
Albums,
you got to listen to the album top to bottom.
yes. An album is intentionally assembled to either A, tell a story, or to put songs with similar themes together, or to put songs with similar sounds together. In a sense, this is an artist like creation. It's basically like, think about a single as being a short film and an album as being a movie, if you think about it like that. So I like to listen, especially to like someone like Kanye who likes
you're
to
such
tell
a
a
film
story,
major.
who likes to tell a story from the beginning of the song, at the beginning of the first song to the end of the last song. Think something like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Starts off Nicki Minaj doing like the British accent, talking about how this is it's a fantasy. It's entering you into this world. And then by the end, when you finish Lost in the World, it's basically talking about Kanye's life and his struggle of being a celebrity and dealing with all these people. It's a full story. And if you listen to something, it's amazing. You're watching that short film, but if you listen to the whole album front to back, you're getting the full story and all the context. I don't know. That's why I like albums. That's why I have like
Bro, I like
300
albums
something.
too. I'll run through albums in the car. Like I went through on my last drive back from Slow to San Diego. I went through Man on the Moon 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, dude. Man on the Moon is especially with Man on the Moon because Kid Cudi
So
uses
good.
musical themes in his, which are basically like a chord progression that's repeated multiple times throughout different songs to basically evoke like a certain emotion. So it's like something called like the Man on the Moon theme, and in 1, 2,
Dude,
and
so
3, he
good.
uses that chord progression throughout like certain songs to like evoke, like, hey, this is like the Man on the Moon, and it's dope. And you wouldn't get that if you only listen
If
to a
you
couple
only
songs on
listen
the
to the
album.
song. Yeah, no, you're right.
Exactly,
You're
exactly.
right. Gabe, on car rides, I always listen to albums.
Thank you.
I made Sarah listen to
I should
Fuck
get
Love
into
Cat
it
on the way
now.
back one time.
Yes,
I
dude.
like it.
It's insane.
Okay, I listen to albums like when they drop to find songs to put
Yes.
on a playlist.
Yes, I agree. I do the
Like
same
I will
shit.
listen to an album top to bottom 2, 3 times and really figure out which songs I like and which songs I don't. After the first listen, there are songs that I like, but after the third listen, I'm like, I don't really like this song. You know what I mean?
Because not every album has all bangers. There's only like a few albums that do it for me in that sense, where it's like every single song is a song I can vibe with all the time.
Yeah, no, I get
Okay.
that. I mean, granted, I
In-
do
in
the same
my-
thing where it's like I listen to
in-
an album a few times, I pick songs and I put it in playlists. I mean, obviously, I still make playlists if I have 48 playlists, but like
Yeah.
you can do both. And I think Randall has the best way of going about it. Listen to it like 3, 4 times, find the songs you like, put it on a playlist, and every now and then you can revisit that album and go through the story again. But I think, especially if it's a good artist and you know if it's a good album, it's definitely worth listening front to back a few times. That's
Yeah.
my opinion, and I stand by it.
That's fair. I actually respect that. I like albums. And it's like, that's the way music was listened to originally before they had streaming. Like, that's why so many artists made their albums like that.
To listen to.
Yeah. That's why albums are called record or sorry,
LPs.
LPs, sorry. LPs are EPs. And that's why songs are called tracks, because they're a track on the actual record. Which is kind of sick. But yeah, that's why people call albums records, because that's what it used to be, and songs tracks.
Like,
And,
who here owns a turntable?
I do.
I know about turning them.
Yeah, like
I own a
in my
die table.
experience, dude, I'm gonna be studying abroad in Italy next semester, like right when my house is like just gonna get like set up. Who's living there this year, and he's have to make a die table without us. I'm so sad.
So
Or he waits until all of you are back from Italy and then you all make
Well,
it together.
as of right now, I believe the plan is that he will make a primary shitty die table that will just get him through the year,
Hmm.
and then we'll make the nice one once we get back from Italy.
Okay. One that like folds and has all the like
Mm-hmm.
special nooks and crannies, and
Yeah. I do a lot
lights.
of art up at school, and I think I'm gonna be in charge of like painting the die table.
kinda
Dude,
sick.
speaking of die table, Sarah's roommate is probably one of the dumbest people I've ever met. They have a roof over their backyard. And she bought a die table. Why? I couldn't tell you.
I guess you can
You
play
know.
BP or Rage Cage on it, but
Yeah.
Girl's turning that house into a SigPi satellite house, though.
Bro, I fucking love Rage Cage.
dude, I went
Sorry.
on a
Don't set
delivery
it.
one. I went on a delivery once for Chick-fil-A, and it was at this house, and these people were like, "Hey, Chick-fil-A dude, you want to stay and play Rage Cage with us?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And I just stayed there and I played Rage Cage with them for like half an hour, and I showed up late, and they were like, "Why are you late?" And I was like, traffic," and they were like, "Okay." And so I got paid for playing Rage Cage for 30 minutes. It was kind of fire.
Dude, oh, like my current job right now, which will not be named for obvious reasons. It's a bit of a joke sometimes. Like
Sometimes,
like okay,
or all
sometimes
the time.
all the time. Basically, my job is I sit on and I rent out various watercraft to people, jet skis all the way up to like boats. And most of the time, we're kind of in between sending people out on jet skis. And, during the morning, I do repairs on our boats. So, like, that takes up most of the time. But, like, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock right now on, like, the days, it's not in the summer swing yet. Me and, like, my boss and all the people I work with, we'll just have beers, like, the whole day. It's great. And then when someone, fucks up,
That's so sad.
and they
Yeah,
have
for
some
sure.
issue with their boat, I'll just be like, okay, guess who's getting a bunch of overtime? And I'll go out on a boat and I'll pick them up and they'll be pissed off because I know that I'm getting that overtime check.
Getting that time and a
And
half, baby.
and then I have to go outside, like, okay, like recently I had to go catch, that's what we call it a catch. I had to go catch a broken Catalina 250, which is a 25-foot sailboat.
Uh huh.
And what we did is by we, I mean me, sorry, just me. Because everyone else wanted to go home. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll work here till like midnight. But I didn't have to, thank God. I waited until